Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the aftershocks going up against the Cardinals. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Aftershocks and the Arizona Cardinals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mariota now to throw on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Second down, 9 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Quan Alexander's one of the exciting linebackers in the league. His forte, speed.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on first down. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Johnson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Third down and 3. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Take 14. Ohio.
They come out here in the eye. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's L.A. with a football here as we begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. They'll come out in the pistol. Mariota now on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the gun, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How did they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this one is right through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Wide open receiver complete. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
second down, Mariota. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Not too many things get to him.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Play fake. Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They come out here in the I. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And some space here. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Time to step aside. More from the desert after this. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. Back to throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out now come the Cardinals. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here. Looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Third and goal. Mariota escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, finding time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd down, Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 4. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This is fielded at the 27. Always got some breathing room. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it here. It's caught, Nelson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They come out here in the eye. Looking to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. Flex round. Come on, let's go. 38.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll look to throw here. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 9, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They come out here in the eye. To Johnson again. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now, field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They're turned away on 4th and goal. Able disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. And a give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Mariota now on second down. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw Mariota. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out. Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long, no matter what they've done on offense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And quickly they get to the line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Fresh set of downs here. They'll set up a throw. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Flex round. Here we go. What?
They'll drop the throw. He's going to let it fly. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he finds his target. It's Sharp. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just